Why hydration matters. All right, enough with the jokes. But seriously, one of the biggest things you can do for your health is as simple as walking and drinking more water. So we talked about walking a couple weeks ago. We talked about warm-ups and cool downs last week. This week, we're going to talk about hydration and just how important it is. So most of you know we're supposed to be drinking about 50% of our body weight in ounces of water. All right. If you don't, the first thing you need to do is go order you a 24-ounce water and make sure that you're drinking at least half of your body weight with that measurement each day. All right. Now, why does this matter? And also, we're going to get to some tips there in a little bit on like extra things that are really important that are contextual. So like if you're in a hotter climate, if you work out in a gym that's outside, if you sweat a lot more, so things like that. But hydration really matters because it boosts energy and mental clarity. Like even 1% to 2% drop off in hydration can impair performance. It's that simple. Like they've done tons of research on athletes and they've shown when they're dehydrated even slightly that their performance drops pretty significantly. It supports fat loss and metabolism, so it keeps everything running smoothly. Think of it like it just lubricates the entire digestive system, and it really does help regulate appetite and aids fat oxidation. So what this means is that like we don't hold on to fat as much, right? We typically have healthier skin also, which is another big one, and then it regulates appetite because a lot of times you have the same signals of hunger when you're dehydrated. And you might actually just be overeating when really all you need to do is drink some more. So it also improves digestion and nutrient transportation. So it helps us break down and move the food much more efficient. It keeps the joints lubricated too. So oftentimes, especially as we get older, a lot of our joint issues and aches and pains, if we stay more hydrated, we typically feel a lot better. Okay. So how much do you actually need? Well, and I said I'd come back to this, like the typical response is that, if you're a 180-pound man, then you need to be drinking 90 ounces of water. But I would say if you're in a hotter climate like Florida or Arizona or somewhere in the Southwest or Southeast, you typically, and you're working out outside quite a bit, I would err more on 60%, right? And there's some research that would support that this would be a better number for a lot of people. The other thing is that when you're sweating continuously, not only are you losing water, but you're losing magnesium, potassium, things like that. So you want to really think about getting more electrolytes into your diet. So Element is a really good one, LMNT, right? You can look that up. It's got a good amount of electrolytes in it, and it tastes really great. You could just do a simple thing as like in the morning, have a little bit of lemon in your water, and then add some Himalayan salt, maybe a teaspoon. What that's going to do is that's going to actually assist with electrolytes to keep all of your digestion and hormone balance regulated and allow the body to continue to function at a higher performance. So you want to carry a water bottle with you. You want to make sure that you're training with a little bit of electrolytes in you. I always enjoy having, even as I'm doing weightlifting, because my gym is outside and I sweat a lot here in Florida. I have a little bit of electrolytes with the carb loading that's usually used for endurance athletes. And that tends to really help keep me good all the way through the workout, where I would typically see myself fall off towards the end of the workout because I was just so dehydrated. So stay hydrated, stay thirsty. And we're going to continue after this. Next week, we're going to talk a little bit more about protein. We're going to dive into why it's important, what it does, and how it is helpful, and how we can get more of it into our diet. But for this week, I really challenge you, if you don't have a water bottle with you, get one. You should be pounding that. I try to drink 5 of these a day, and I start every morning with at least 20 ounces of water. Another good rule of thumb that I tell a lot of my clients is hydrate before you caffeinate. All right, see you next week, and hope you are enjoying the program. And we'll be getting a little bit more into the progressions of the program at the beginning of next week.